Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. And yeah, today didn't go exactly how I expected it to go, but I'm not surprised at the end result. Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2, and another very, very disappointing result for Arsenal Football Club. But you know what? Let me just start off with, before the game, how I was feeling. Honestly, coming into the game, we saw the lineups actually before Liverpool scored their first goal. Darwin Núñez getting 2 goals today against Brentford. So before that game, before Núñez scored those goals, I was like, not really fancying today anyway. So the lineups come out, and you look at our bench. Number one, I looked at our bench, and it's just Raheem Sterling there, who, the guy is, to be honest, right, he's finished. I don't even know. At this point, I don't even know what to say. I don't even want to talk badly about Raheem Sterling because he's had a great career at Liverpool, at Man City. He's done things for England as well, so I don't want to talk bad about him because I think he's a good player, has had a good career anyway. It's Arsenal's fault, really, for bringing this guy in. I know we're not paying his wages, or the majority of it. I know it's basically Reece Nelson's wages going on to Raheem Sterling, but still, he's not someone I can sit here and blame. It's his fault, you know, because we've not beat Aston Villa, and for me, probably out of the title race now. I think today was a final dagger. The dagger of daggers was today, essentially, for Arsenal Football Club. But yeah, going into the game, as I said, I looked at that lineup, right? I'm seeing Urian Timber obviously having to play centre-back today. Saliba was out with an injury. You look at Thomas Partey at right-back, again, on the ball once he has it, okay, but, you know, off the ball, and we'll get on to how we conceded the second goal, especially with Watkins. Really is Thomas Partey, you know, yeah, having a stinker there. And it's just one of them ones. You look at our attack, Trossard, Havertz, Martinelli, you don't fancy it. And again, to be honest, right, we'll talk about this. For me is a main point. It's Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard, we might need to have a discussion about this guy, because I can't believe what I said it last video. I can't believe what he's doing to me. This is not the Odegaard that I know. But anyway, guys, let's get into this video. So yeah, by the way, before we start delving deeply into this game, just make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Obviously keep this channel, you know, moving, going in the right direction, and hopefully we get to just talk more about Arsenal Football Club, and I hope more positive stuff. You know, one day is positive, you beat Tottenham, then the next day back to reality against Aston Villa. But today, honestly, I think this might be one of the worst games of the season for me, because I came in with no hope, right? I had no hope at the beginning of the match, but we actually played good first half. I think we had a pretty decent first half, nearly perfect in my opinion, right? And then we come out in the second half and we get the second goal, and I'm like, yo, maybe things are not as bad as I think they are. And then no, just when I think everything is clicking, we might be getting somewhere, reality hits. We fail to prepare, you know, and now we have to suffer the consequences. So yeah, let's just get straight into some of the stats here. As you can see today, we had the ball the majority of the game, which is true. Even watching the game today, as I said, we actually were playing good. It's not like we had a rubbish game all round. We'll talk about some individual players, Martin Odegaard, who I think let us down today a lot. But a lot of the other players did step up, and they showed that, you know, they've got something about them. So obviously we had the ball, 66% possession, 1.32 expected goal, 17 total shots, but only 2 big chances at the end. Trossard had a great chance actually at 2-2 after the winner got disallowed. It hit Kai Havertz, handball, whatever, from a Merino shot. I think he might have been offside, to be honest, as well. So that probably would have got disallowed. But yeah, we'll get onto all of that as well. So yeah, as you guys can see here, stats-wise, our big chances created needs to improve, because we're very much sideways. We talked about it last game as well, where for me, Lewis Skelly, and let's get straight into it then, with the lineups here. Out of all of our players, Lewis Skelly here, he is for me the one player out of all of our players who's willing to play forward, who's willing to try and do something quick to try and get the opposition, you know, unsettled. And today, when I was watching Liverpool and I was watching Brentford, right, the one thing I noticed about both teams, but let's talk about Liverpool obviously, because we're quote unquote in a title race, obviously gone now. But Liverpool, the one thing about them that is different to Arsenal completely, everyone wants to pass forward. Every single player is looking to hurt the opposition. Every single, whether it's a pass, whether it's a shot, whether it's something, it's always forward. It's not, they don't waste time. They don't waste too much time dilly-dallying like we do. And obviously, for us, it's a different sort of game we're trying to play. But I liked it when I saw Lewis Skelly today again. amazing performance for me. I thought it was a really, really solid performance. But the one thing, as I said, I love about this kid is his willingness to play the ball forward. And obviously, he's playing left back now, but hopefully in the future, let's get him into our midfield because I think he's ready, man. I think he's ready to just come into our midfield. I know next season, Zubamendi and these signings, blah blah blah, we'll see. But long term, Lewis Skelly is going to be someone having to play in the middle for us. Honestly, what he's offering, I think, is too good for this left back position. We need him in the middle. We need him really dictating and being one of the focal points in our team. But yeah, guys, so we'll talk about some of the positives. As I said, Lewis Skelly, for me, as I said, had a good game. Gabriel, for the most part, had a good game. Even Timber, for the most part, had a good game. Ignore these ratings because someone like Partey, some things he's doing, right, in general, yeah, when he has the ball is okay. But both goals, really, even the first goal, the cross, but the second goal, just switches off, man. He tries to come forward. He leaves Watkins behind him, just loses track of him. He's not even, it's like he's not paying attention, falls asleep, essentially. Lets Watkins get in behind him. Easy finish for a player like Watkins, obviously, to finish off. So for me, obviously, can I get onto him because it's not his position? I don't know. But for me, I just don't think obviously he's not good enough for today. Let us down when you really needed him to be switched on. And that second goal, as I said, shambolic. So one of them ones with Thomas Partey, not his position. I understand that, but we still expect better. A player of his age, his experience, it's not like he's not used to playing right back. Even before he was at Atleti, he was playing right back. I'm pretty sure when he went on loan, he was playing right back in one season in Spain. I'm pretty sure he's definitely played a lot of times at right back. So it's not like he's unfamiliar with the position. And at Arsenal as well, he's played a lot of games at right back as well. It's not like he's never played there before. He understands the demands, and he let us down on that occasion. But that's one negative, as I said, with Thomas Partey. Marino, for me, had a good game. I thought today he showed that, Mikel Marino, I am a technical, solid player. I can actually do a job for you guys. He was winning headers. He actually says it here. Mikel Marino won the most duels in the match, and I saw that today. And some of the passes he was playing, the way he was getting involved with the team, I thought him the second best midfielder today. Of course, the main man, and we'll talk about Declan Rice in that right now compared to Martin Odegaard. But for me, Declan Rice is the real captain of Arsenal Football Club. This is the man that deserves to wear the armband. There's three guys who, for me, should obviously get the armband full time. Declan Rice, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Bukayo Saka. One of them three should be the captain, but for me, my preference is always either a centre-back or a centre midfielder. And I always prefer the central midfielder over the centre-back or the attacking player, the striker, the winger, whatever. So for me, because of my preference for who should have a captaincy anyway, in terms of just positioning, I think Declan Rice should have it. I think he's all round the type of player that just suits a captaincy. Personality, number one, he ticks a box. The way he plays football, he's willing to play any sort of role in the midfield. He can carry a ball. He'll create something out of nothing. And even that goal that got disallowed, the third goal, the winner, right? It's all because of Declan Rice. Just his determination and his hunger to try and drag us to do something. It's all because of him. So for me, give Declan Rice the armband, and we'll get on to Odegaard right now. As I said, Odegaard, I think this is one of the worst performances I've seen in a really, really long time, and it's getting worse now every week. At the beginning, I was making a lot of excuses for Martin Odegaard. I was saying, "Oh yeah, he's had a baby. Maybe he's ill. He's this and he's that." But today, it's one of them ones with Odegaard, right? If Ranieri was available and on the bench, I'm pretty sure he would have come off for him. That's how anonymous he was the whole game. And even at the end, we had a chance. We got a free kick. Raheem Sterling was a free kick. The way he crosses it in, it's a terrible cross, easy for Emi Martinez to catch. And it's one of them ones, just like sums up his game. He sums up his last few months, really. He's been terrible, man. I don't know, is it coming off the back of that injury that he got? Is it really affecting him? Is he not recovered? I don't know. I'm trying to make excuses for him, but it's just not good enough, man. If you're the captain of Arsenal Football Club, if you're the midfielder, the attacking, not just the midfielder, you're the attacking midfielder. You're the guy who's meant to create chances. You're the guy who's meant to, do something for the team by yourself. You're meant to be that guy for us. Captain, number 8, attacking midfielder. He's got everything going for him. He's got the responsibility. But he's failed to deliver again. Very, very weak. Very, very weak today. Weak performance. And it's just, very disappointing to see from a player whose level it's not this. It's not what he's showing now. But again, this is a criticism he's had before, where people will say, "Listen, when things are going well, Odegaard looks good, but when the chips are down and we really need someone to stand up, it's never really him that stands up. It's always someone else, whether it's Saka, obviously today, as I said, Declan Rice, and we'll get on to Leandro Trossard as well. I think today, Leandro Trossard, he steps up again for Arsenal. I think ever since we've had this crisis, we don't have any players really in the attacking positions. Trossard has proven again that he's a quality player. He's a valuable squad member. I know there's contract negotiations. I'll maybe one year I'd give him one year extension, just see if he wants that, just because of what he's offering in terms of the squad. But I wouldn't be opposed to selling Trossard as well, just because of, I think we just need to sign those players who are Saka level, essentially, to really take us somewhere. I think that's the difference now. I think when you look at our team, right, the players that really make a difference, no matter what, they're the top players, the Declan Rices, the Gabriel Magalhaes, the Bukayo Sakas, the William Salibas. These are the players that make a difference every game, regardless of what's going on, regardless of the form, regardless of how we're feeling and all of this sort of stuff. Move myself here. I didn't even realize I was on it. I'm into the flow. But yeah, as I said, we need to be signing. We need to be signing. Top quality players, because yeah, for me, it's not it, man. It's not it having this sort of situation where we're relying on the likes of Havertz and Martinelli, and yes, they scored today. Havertz again today for once didn't have a terrible game. And actually, to be honest, guys, if I'm being really harsh, even the 2 goals we did score, I mean, Martinez could have done way better than he did. So again, listen, I'm not going to take the goals away from Martinelli. I'm not going to take the goal away from Kai Havertz. We did score. We were 2-0 up. But even then, right, you look at the way we're creating chances. It's not it, man. It's not it. I don't know. Like, it's not good enough for me. So today is a very, very disappointing day for Arsenal Football Club. It's very disappointing in the sense that, listen, I know Liverpool won, but we saw Liverpool not perfect, but the difference, as I said, with Liverpool, they're direct. They try to play football. They are very, 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 very direct. As in, yes, with Slot, they've calmed down. They try to control the ball more, but their players are used to going forward, man. Their players are used to causing damage, and that's the one thing that Arsenal, we're very tentative, we're very risk averse. We don't like taking too many risks, so it's something we need to really work on. But right now at Arsenal Football Club, the situation is not good. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know who we're going to sign. Sesko's agent's coming out. Maybe do another video on that maybe tomorrow, talking about Sesko's agent. Hopefully we get some news in terms of the transfer front. And yeah, as for me, my opinion on the manager is what it is. I don't even want to mention it right now. If you know, my opinion, if he doesn't win a trophy, a major one this season, for me, he should be let go. I know many people say no, Arteta's the manager for us, it's the players, but he's the one who made this sandwich, mate. So he's making us eat this sandwich. So for me, yeah, if you don't win the major trophy this season, the Premier League or the Champions League, then I think it's time. You've done a good job up to this point. Get me a manager who can take us to that next level. But that's my opinion. I know not everyone shares that opinion, but that's just mine. But again, apart from that, it's not like we had a terrible game, and that's what is making this a painful defeat. Because, as I said, I came into the game with just no hope. I didn't believe that we were going to win. I didn't believe that we were capable of actually doing anything today with our team, with lack of options on the bench. I'm looking at Villa. They've got Duran on the bench. They've got Bailey on the bench. They've got Daniel Marlon now on the bench as well. They've got options. They've got things to bring off the bench. Emery's he's a manager who loves making substitutions as well. Obviously, we know that as Arsenal fans, he loves making changes during games, and he loves switching things up. So we knew Villa, they're not going to stay the same the whole game. Even if something's going wrong, we've always got the ability to change something, to do something. So for us, very frustrating game. Very frustrating because we gave ourselves a lot of hope that, you know what, we can get through this game, and then maybe let's see what happens in the window towards the end, and maybe we can bring in some players that are and have that good feeling. But we drop points, 6 points I believe now behind Liverpool. Let me get the table up actually here. Let's have a look very quickly as well on the table. So yeah, now we're 6 points behind Liverpool Football Club. They got a game in hand, and yeah, it's just one of them ones now for Arsenal. I'm not going to lie. It will take a miracle to win the league from this position, and it will take us being perfect, which I don't think is possible for us to be, especially with this current squad. And yeah, I think that's going to be, I think that's all she wrote pretty much. I think that's Liverpool's league. I think it's pretty much wrapped up. It's just about them. They just need to just keep winning, winning, winning. They might wrap it up even earlier than most teams normally do. So it's probably be a straightforward, not even a race, straightforward just path for Liverpool to the title. But for Arsenal, very disappointing. Very disappointing if we don't win the league this season. We came into this season expecting that this is going to be our year. And alas, it looks like it's not going to be our year in the Premier League. So the only hope we have left is we somehow sign the attackers we need, and they're good enough to do something in the Champions League. That's it. Give us a run in the Champions League that gives us something to have a bit of hope for. But apart from that, there's not much else to be talking about with Arsenal Football Club. And as I said, today, I think Martin Odegaard is the one that really disappointed me the most. So yeah, tough watch for Arsenal Football Club. But anyway, guys, Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2, title race for me. C'est fini. C'est fini. C'est parti, man. Let's go. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, if you haven't hit the like button, haven't hit the subscribe button, hit that, because as I said, we're coming with more and more content. But anyway, guys, take care and peace.